We need to see your secret marks. The American officer's German is broken, but Helga Drexler hears every syllable. Her stomach drops. Secret marks. Body inspection. She knows what comes next. 47 women stand in a frozen Belgian farmhouse. January 1945, breath visible. Floor is mud and ice. The officer holds a clipboard. Behind him, a soldier with a camera. Only 412 German women POWs exist in all U.S. custody. Tonight, 47 are here. Helga is one of them. She's 26, Wehrmacht signals clerk. 3 days ago, she was decoding messages. Now, she's property. The officer's name tag reads Harrison. He's maybe 35. Tired eyes. He gestures toward a side room. One at a time, he says. Body inspection, identification purposes. Körperuntersuchung, identification. The words hit like shrapnel. Beside Helga, a 19-year-old named Britta Wendt starts shaking. She walked 300 miles from the Eastern Front. Her boots are falling apart. Her feet are black with frostbite. What does he mean? Britta whispers. Secret marks? Helga doesn't answer. She knows what German officers did during inspections. She's heard the stories. Everyone has. Die Amerikaner sind schlimmer. Das haben sie uns gesagt. The Americans are worse. That's what they told us. The propaganda was specific, detailed, burned into their minds during training. What enemy soldiers do to captured women, the humiliation, the photographs, the things that happen in back rooms. Harrison points at the camera. Photographs, he says, for records. Photographs, for records. Helga's throat tightens. Propaganda photographs. That's what this is. They'll strip us, document everything, send the images home as trophies. She looks at Britta. The girl's lips are blue, not just from cold, from terror. The side room door opens. A second American steps out, younger, maybe 22. His name tag says Kowalski. He's holding something metallic, not a weapon, a measuring tape. Helga's blood freezes. Measuring tape. She's seen this before. Selection lines. Concentration camp photographs in underground newspapers. They measured people before deciding who lived, who died. Selection, someone whispers behind her. Das ist selection. Selection. This is selection. Kowalski unspools the tape. The metal end clicks against the floor. He looks uncomfortable. Why does he look uncomfortable? He's the one with power here. Harrison clears his throat. First volunteer, he says. Step forward. No one moves. Then Harrison does something unexpected. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a photograph, shows it to the group. And what Helga sees makes no sense at all. The photograph shows a woman, clothed, smiling, standing in front of a wooden building. Her uniform says POW. Her face says alive. Helga blinks. This makes no sense. Harrison taps the image. Last month, he says in broken German. Different camp. She went home 3 weeks ago. Prisoner exchange. Sie ist nach Hause gegangen? She went home. The words don't compute. Britta's trembling stops. For a moment. Then returns. Propaganda, someone mutters behind Helga. Fake photograph. They do this. Harrison sighs. He looks exhausted. Dark circles. Stubble. He turns to Kowalski, mutters something in English. Kowalski nods and leaves the room. Where is he going? Why did Harrison look frustrated just now? What did he say? 34 seconds pass. Helga counts them. Each second is a heartbeat. Each heartbeat is a prayer. The door opens again, but it's not Kowalski. It's a woman. American uniform. Red Cross armband. Dark hair pinned back. She's maybe 29. Her name tag reads Thornton, and she speaks German, perfect German. Guten Abend, ich bin Krankenschwester Thornton. Ich bin hier zu helfen. Good evening, I'm Nurse Thornton. I'm here to help. The accent, Helga recognizes it instantly. Bavarian. This woman is German, or was. Du bist Deutsche? Britta blurts out. You're German? Thornton pauses. My parents immigrated in 1921. I was born in Ohio, but yes, German blood. Eine Verräterin, someone whispers. A traitor. Thornton's jaw tightens, but she doesn't respond to the insult. Instead, she turns to Harrison, takes the clipboard from his hands. "I'll explain the process," she says, in their language. Harrison nods, steps back. Relief floods his face. Thornton faces the group, 47 pairs of terrified eyes staring back. "I know what you're thinking," she says. "Ich weiß, was ihr denkt." Silence. Body inspection. Secret marks. Measuring tape. Camera. She lists each word deliberately. "You think this is assault? Humiliation? Selection?" No one breathes. "It's not." She holds up the clipboard, shows the form. Name, rank, date of birth, height, weight, identifying marks, scars, birthmarks, tattoos, photograph, face only, clothed. That's it. Warum? Why? The question comes from the back. An older woman, maybe 40. Thornton's expression softens. "So we can identify you if you die? So we can send your body home?" The room goes silent. Then Thornton says something that cracks the foundation of everything they believe. "The marks aren't for us. They're for your families." "I don't believe you." The voice cuts through the silence. Sharp, young, defiant. Helga turns. The speaker is a woman she hasn't noticed before. Blonde, early 20s, hard eyes. Her uniform is cleaner than the others. Officer's insignia barely visible under mud. Her name, Helga will learn later, is Margot Kessler. 23, former Wehrmacht communications officer, true believer. Margot steps forward. "Prove it." Thornton doesn't flinch. "How?" "Do it to yourself first. Everything you're asking us to do. You do it, right now." 46 women hold their breath. Harrison's hand moves toward his sidearm. Instinct. Kowalski, back in the room now, freezes, but Thornton raises her palm. Calm. "Fine." She hands the clipboard to Harrison, removes her jacket, folds it neatly on a wooden crate, stands in her undershirt. Photograph first. She positions herself against the wall. Kowalski hesitates. Harrison nods. The camera clicks. One photograph, face only, clothed. Measurements. She takes the tape from Kowalski's hands, wraps it around her own chest, over her undershirt. 34 inches. Measures her height against the wall. 5'6". Steps on a wooden scale in the corner. 128 pounds. She writes each number on a blank form, shows it to the group. Identifying marks. She points to her left shoulder, a scar, 3 inches long, pink and raised. Granite splitter, North Africa, 1943. Shrapnel, North Africa, 1943. The room shifts. This woman was wounded in combat on the American side. She writes on the form, left shoulder, shrapnel scar, healed. That's it. She pulls her jacket back on. 4 minutes, no pain, no humiliation, no photographs of anything except my face. Silence. Then Britta speaks, the 19-year-old with frostbitten feet. Her voice is small. "But why do you need our marks?" Thornton's expression changes. Something flickers behind her eyes. Grief. "Because some of you won't survive the winter. Some of you will get sick. Some of you will die from wounds we can't treat." She pauses. "And when that happens, your families deserve to know. They deserve a body, a grave, a name. Eure Familien verdienen es, euch zu begraben. Your families deserve to bury you." The words land like bombs. Margot hasn't moved. Her defiance is cracking. Helga can see it. Tiny fractures around her eyes. Then Thornton says the thing that changes everything. "I'll examine every woman personally, no men in the room. Your choice if you want them to leave now." Harrison stands up, walks to the door, opens it, and steps outside without a word. The door clicks shut. Harrison is gone. Kowalski follows. Only women remain. 47 German prisoners, 1 American nurse. Thornton waits, patient. She's done this before. The silence tells her everything. Helga's mind races. Harrison left. Voluntarily, no leering, no excuses to stay. Just gone. Das ergibt keinen Sinn. This doesn't make sense. She steps forward. "I'll go first. Britta grabs her arm. Helga, no. Someone has to. Helga squeezes Britta's frozen fingers. If something happens to me, you run. Find a way out. But she doesn't believe her own words anymore. Something has shifted. The fear is still there, but doubt has crept in beside it. Thornton leads her to the side room. Small, a wooden table, a chair, the clipboard, the camera on a tripod. Face the camera. Don't smile if you don't want to. Helga doesn't smile. Click. Step on the scale. 119 pounds. She was 140 before the war. Height against the wall. 5'4". She hasn't shrunk. Just feels smaller. Measurements over your clothes. Arms out. The measuring tape wraps around her chest. Over her uniform. 32 inches. Thornton writes it down. Any identifying marks, scars, birthmarks, tattoos? Helga hesitates. Here it comes. The real question. She has a scar on her inner thigh. Shrapnel from a bombing raid 6 months ago. She's hidden it from everyone. If they know she was near combat, they might classify her differently, interrogate her. Thornton notices the hesitation. I only document what you show me, and I document it neutrally. Scar, location, healed. That's all. No questions about how or why. Helga makes a decision. She lifts the edge of her uniform slightly, points to the scar without exposing anything else. Thornton glances, nods, writes, right thigh, scar, healed, pre-capture injury. Pre-capture. The words are race and interrogation. Thornton knows exactly what she's doing. You're protecting me, Helga whispers. Thornton doesn't confirm or deny. I'm documenting. That's my job. Total time, 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Helga counted. 3 Minuten, keine Schande, nur Papier. 3 minutes, no shame, just paper. Thornton hands her the completed form. You can keep a copy for your records. Helga stares at the paper. Her name, her measurements, her scar, documented as healed, pre-capture, no further investigation needed. She walks back to the main room. 46 women stare. It's real, she says. Everything she said, it's real. But Margot Kessler isn't looking at Helga. She's looking at her own hands, and they're shaking. Britta won't move. She's pressed against the farmhouse wall, 19 years old, shaking so hard her teeth click together. Her eyes are fixed on the side room door. I can't, she whispers. I can't do it. Helga kneels beside her. Britta, look at me. I did it. 3 minutes. Nothing happened. You don't understand, Britta's voice cracks. My feet. They'll see my feet. The frostbite. Helga has seen glimpses, black toes, cracked skin. Britta has been hiding them, wrapping them in rags, limping when she thinks no one's watching. They'll amputate, Britta says. They'll cut them off. That's what they do. That's what our doctors did. Das haben unsere Ärzte getan. That's what our doctors did. Wehrmacht medical protocol for severe frostbite. Amputation. No time for treatment. No resources for recovery. Cut and move on. Maybe American doctors are different, Helga says. She doesn't believe it. But she needs Britta to move. Thornton appears in the doorway. Who's next? No one moves. Then Thornton notices Britta. The way she's sitting. The way her legs are angled, hiding her feet. You! Thornton's voice softens. The young one. What's wrong with your feet? Britta starts crying, not sobbing. Silent tears. The kind that come when you're too exhausted to make sound. Thornton crosses the room, kneels in front of Britta. Slowly. No sudden movements. May I? See? Britta shakes her head. I'm a nurse. I've seen worse. I promise you. Silence. Then, slowly, Britta extends 1 foot. The rag falls away. Thornton's expression doesn't change. Professional. Neutral. But Helga sees her jaw tighten. The toes are black. 2 of them. The others are purple, yellow at the edges. The smell hits immediately. Rotting flesh masked by frozen air. God im Himmel, someone whispers. God in heaven. How long? Thornton asks. 3 weeks, maybe 4. I kept walking. I had to keep walking. Thornton stands, goes to the door, opens it, speaks rapid English to someone outside. Helga catches one word: medical. 3 minutes later, Harrison returns, not alone. With him is another American, older, gray hair, a medical bag, a doctor. The doctor kneels beside Britta, examines her feet with gloved hands, speaks to Thornton in English. Thornton translates. He says it's severe, but not hopeless. No amputation if we start treatment tonight. Keen amputation? No amputation? Britta stares, uncomprehending. We have salves, antibiotics, clean bandages, warm water baths every 6 hours. Thornton pauses. You'll keep your feet, both of them. Britta breaks, full sobs now. The sound of someone being handed back something they thought was already gone. The doctor's name is Caldwell, 53 years old, gray hair, steady hands. He speaks no German. Thornton translates everything. He fills a basin with warm water, not hot. Warm. Tests the temperature with his elbow, like a parent checking bathwater. Slowly, he says through Thornton. Immerse slowly, it will hurt. Britta lowers her feet into the water. She screams. The sound cuts through the farmhouse. Raw. Animal. The other women flinch. Margot Kessler takes a step back. Helga grabs Britta's hand, holds tight. The nerves are waking up, Thornton explains. That's good. Pain means they're not dead. Schmerz bedeutet, dass sie nicht tot sind. Pain means they're not dead. Caldwell works methodically, removes dead skin with tweezers, applies a white salve, sulfanilamide, Thornton says, wraps each foot in clean gauze, white gauze, the first clean thing Britta has seen in months. Total treatment time, 47 minutes. Caldwell doesn't rush, doesn't cut corners, every movement precise. When he finishes, he stands, looks at Britta, says something in English. Thornton translates. He says you're brave, braver than most soldiers he's treated. Britta stares at the gauze, white against her gray skin. Warum, she whispers. Why? Caldwell doesn't need a translation. He understands the question. Through Thornton, he answers, because I'm a doctor. This is what I do. Aber ich bin der Feind. But I'm the enemy. Caldwell shrugs, a small gesture, enormous meaning. Not in here. In here, you're a patient. The room goes silent, 46 women processing words that contradict everything they've been taught. Geneva Convention Protocol, POWs, entitled to same medical care as capturing Army's own soldiers. Caldwell isn't being kind. He's following rules. But the rules themselves seem like kindness. Margot speaks for the first time since Thornton's demonstration. Her voice is flat, controlled. Our doctors wouldn't do this. Not a question, a statement. Thornton doesn't respond, neither does Caldwell. The silence is answer enough. Unsere Ärzte hätten amputiert, ohne zu zögern. Our doctors would have amputated, without hesitation. Helga watches Margot's face. The hard edges are softening, not into trust, into something more dangerous for her, doubt. Caldwell packs his medical bag, stands, pauses at the door, says something to Harrison. Harrison nods, leaves, returns with something unexpected. A wooden crate. He opens it. Inside, 47 pairs of wool socks, clean, thick, American military issue. For the cold, Harrison says. His German is still broken, but the meaning is clear. Socks, in January, for prisoners. Britta holds hers against her bandaged feet, crying again, different tears now. Margot Kessler doesn't line up with the others. She stands apart, arms crossed, watching each woman enter the side room, watching each one return, unharmed, documented, given socks, 23 processed, 24, 25. Still she doesn't move. Helga approaches her, careful. You should go. Get it over with. Margot's jaw tightens. I have nothing to document. A lie. Helga can see it. Something in the way Margot's hand keeps drifting to her left hip, touching her uniform, checking. What are you hiding? Margot's eyes flash. Dangerous. For a moment Helga thinks she might swing. Then the fight drains out. Just gone, like air from a punctured tire. I have marks, Margot whispers, on my hip, my back. Scars? Not from combat. Margot's voice drops lower. From discipline, my commanding officer. He used a belt. Mein kommandierender Offizier, benutzte einen Gürtel. Helga's stomach turns. She's heard rumors, disciplinary actions that crossed lines, officers who enjoyed their authority too much, but hearing it confirmed. If they see them, Margot continues, they'll ask questions. They'll think I'm a deserter or a criminal. They'll interrogate me. Thornton said she documents neutrally, no questions about how or why. And you believe her? Helga pauses. Does she? She thinks about her own scar, the one Thornton documented as pre-capture injury. No follow-up questions, no interrogation, just paper. Yes, Helga says. I believe her. Margot stares, searching Helga's face for deception, finding none. She walks to the side room. Helga follows. Thornton is inside, writing on a form. I have marks, Margot says. No preamble. On my hip, my back. They're not from combat. Thornton sets down her pen. Waits. They're from my commanding officer. Disciplinary action. A belt. Thornton's expression doesn't change. No shock, no pity, no judgment. Show me what you're comfortable showing. Margot lifts her uniform slightly, the hip first. 3 parallel scars, old, white. Then turns, the back, worse. Overlapping lines, some raised, some flat. Thornton documents each one. Left hip, scars, pre-capture. Back, multiple scars, pre-capture. No questions, no interrogation, just paper. Margot stares at the form, reading it, rereading it. Pre-capture, she whispers. Das ist alles? That's all? That's all. Thornton hands her the form. These marks tell me you survived something terrible. They don't tell me you're a criminal. They tell me you're still standing. Margot's eyes fill. For the first time since capture, something breaks open behind her defenses. She takes the form, folds it, holds it against her chest, and says nothing, because there's nothing left to say. Margot returns to the main room, sits on the floor, doesn't speak. The other women notice. Margot Kessler, hard, defiant, officer's insignia, now silent, staring at a folded piece of paper. Helga sits beside her, says nothing. Sometimes silence is the only appropriate response. 32 processed. 33. 34. Then Margot speaks, quiet, to no one and everyone. They told us the Americans were animals. Sie sagten uns, die Amerikaner seien Tiere. Helga nods. She heard the same. Everyone did. They said captured women were... Margot stops, swallows. They were specific, detailed. What would happen, what to expect. Sie waren spezifisch. I believed them. 12 years of training, Hitler Youth at 10, Wehrmacht at 18, every lesson, every lecture, every film they showed us. She unfolds the paper, her form, the one documenting her scars as pre-capture. My own commanding officer beat me with a belt because I questioned an order. One question. 3 weeks of not being able to sit without pain. Her voice hardens. And these Americans, these animals we were warned about, they documented my scars and asked nothing. Gave me socks. Treated Britta's feet. Let us keep our forms as proof. 12 Jahre Lügen. 12 years of lies. Harrison re-enters the room. He's carrying another crate, this one smaller. He opens it. Inside, chocolate bars. American military ration chocolate, 47 of them. For energy, he says through Thornton. Medical requirement, sugar helps with shock recovery. Chocolate, for prisoners. Medical requirement. Margot stares at the bar in her hand. Dark brown, wrapped in paper. American letters she can't fully read. Sie geben uns Schokolade. They're giving us chocolate. Helga takes a bite. It's not sweet like pre-war chocolate. Bitter, almost. Dense. But it's chocolate. Real chocolate. She hasn't tasted it in 2 years. Margot doesn't eat hers. She holds it, turning it over, examining every angle. I sent reports, Margot whispers, about enemy positions, troop movements, information that got people killed. Their people. She looks at Harrison, the man handing out chocolate to women who helped kill his countrymen. Why doesn't he hate us? Harrison catches her stare. Doesn't understand the words, but understands the question somehow. He shrugs, says something to Thornton. Thornton translates. He says hate is too heavy to carry. He left it at the French border. Hass ist zu schwer. Hat ihn an der Grenze gelassen. Margot's hand trembles. The chocolate bar shakes. Then she takes a bite, chews slowly, swallows, and says nothing. Because her entire world just collapsed. 46 processed, 1 remaining. Margot stands alone by the wall, all others documented, forms completed, socks distributed, chocolate consumed. But Margot's hand keeps drifting to her pocket, touching something inside, a compulsion she can't control. Helga notices. What is it? Margot doesn't answer. Instead, she walks to Thornton, reaches into her pocket, pulls out a small metal object, a pin, Hitler Youth insignia, the swastika centered in a diamond shape. 46 women go silent. Margot places the pin on the wooden table. Deliberately, the metal clicks against wood. Document this too, she says. Document everything I am. Thornton looks at the pin, then at Margot. Her expression remains neutral, professional. We don't document beliefs, only bodies. Wir dokumentieren keine Überzeugungen, nur Körper. But I was Hitler Youth. I believed... Margot's voice cracks. I believed everything. I reported neighbors, friends, anyone who questioned. Ich habe Nachbarn gemeldet. I reported neighbors. Thornton picks up the pin, examines it, sets it back on the table. This is your property. Personal item. You can keep it, discard it. Your choice. Dane Wall. Your choice. Margot stares. You could punish me, turn me in. This pin proves... Proves what? Thornton interrupts. That you were 10 years old when they put it in your hand? That you were trained from childhood to believe lies? Silence. Every German POW under 30 went through Hitler Youth. Every single one. We know. We're not punishing children for what adults made them do. Wir bestrafen keine Kinder. We don't punish children. Margot's knees buckle. She catches herself on the table edge. The pin rattles. Britta stands, limps over on bandaged feet, takes Margot's hand, says nothing, just holds on. Helga joins them, then another woman, then another. 47 women in a frozen Belgian farmhouse, enemies by designation, humans by the only measure that matters. Harrison watches from the doorway, mutters something under his breath. Kowalski beside him. Helga catches one word, can't translate it. But she sees Harrison's face. He looks heartbroken. Margot picks up the pin, holds it in her palm. The swastika catches candlelight. Then she closes her fist. Tight, metal edges digging into skin. I keep this, she says, not because I believe anymore, because I need to remember what? Believing cost. Ich muss mich erinnern. I need to remember. Thornton nods. That's the right answer. Margot's fist doesn't unclench. The pin stays hidden in her palm, but her eyes, for the first time, hold something other than defiance. They hold shame, and the first fragile edges of redemption. 60 years later, Munich, Germany, 2005. Helga Drexler is 84, white hair, hands that shake when she pours tea, a box of papers on her kitchen table. Her granddaughter Lena sits across from her, 23, the same age Margot was that night. Grossmutter, what is this? Lena holds a yellowed paper, form, official stamps, American military letterhead. Helga takes it, runs her finger over the typed words. Name, Drexler. Helga. Height, 5'4". Weight, 119. LBS. Identifying marks, right thigh. Scar, healed, pre-capture injury. They asked to see my secret marks, Helga says. January 1945, Belgium. I thought it was the end. Ich dachte es wäre das Ende. What happened? Helga smiles, small, tired. They documented me, took one photograph, face only, clothed, measured me over my uniform, asked about scars, wrote pre-capture injury so no one would interrogate me. She sets the form down, picks up another paper, a photograph, 47 women standing in front of a farmhouse, not smiling, but alive. Nurse Thornton took this. Day we left for permanent camp. February 1945. Lena stares. You kept it all these years. I kept everything. Helga opens the box. More forms, letters, a chocolate wrapper, edges brown with age. Because no one believes me when I tell them. Tell them what? That the Americans were... Helga pauses, searches for the right word. Human, when they had every reason not to be. Menschlich, als sie jeden Grund hatten, es nicht zu sein. Lena reads the form again, the words, the measurements, the clinical precision that somehow became an act of grace. Whatever happened to the others? Britta? Margot? Helga's eyes go distant, memory pulling her backward. Britta kept her feet. Married an American medic after the war, moved to Ohio, 3 children. And Margot? Silence, longer this time. Margot opened a clinic, Munich, 1952, treated everyone, refugees, Jews, anyone who couldn't afford care. Helga pauses. She kept the pin on her desk. Every patient saw it. Why? She said it reminded her what happens when you stop seeing people as people. Lena sets the form down, something shifting behind her eyes. Grossmutter, why are you showing me this now? Helga reaches across the table, takes her granddaughter's hand. Because history is easy to simplify, heroes and villains, good and evil. But that farmhouse taught me something different. Es hat mich etwas anderes gelehrt. What? That humanity isn't found in grand gestures, it's found in small ones. A form that says pre-capture injury. A doctor who treats frostbite instead of amputating. Chocolate bars for prisoners. She squeezes Lena's hand. Remember that. When the world asks you to dehumanize someone, remember that night.